following program is a special presentation of the Big Ten Network, produced in association with Michigan State University.
We are installing a satellite computer connection.
We spent basically, from dawn to dusk and even further on in the village setting up the computer.
Not only have they not used a computer before, they've never seen a computer before in many of the cases, literally. We asked them.
As far as we know, the telecommunications professors there told us that this is the first primary school in Tanzania that has internet access.
They had heard about what a computer is. Most of them hadn't really seen a computer.
We went out to a primary school in a very rural region of Tanzania.
The reason we chose Tanzania was because we were looking for a good place that would test out a computer, under rugged environmental conditions.
It's another thing to actually go to Africa and just see it firsthand and to have to deal with the challenges.
Not only is MSU learning about the physical aspects of the computer and, does it really work in these rugged conditions and things like that, but also it's a real learning experience for Tanzania.
I mean, this gives them an opportunity to see the rest of the world.
Sparty at the Detroit airport.
That's right.
The idea was we'd take a succession of our student teams.
Sparty aboard flight 615 to Amsterdam.
Let them design systems, and then we would take them actually to, in this case, Tanzania.
Here we are at the airport, trying to fly to Arusha.
And try them out in a school and see what lessons we learned.
Here's our telecom professor, trying to get some signal, make a phone call. We suggested he stand next to the satellite dish.
It's a really fun project.
We really wanted to be on this project from the beginning.
As a university, we've got a bunch of bright young students that can get involved in projects like this.
When we went there, it was not what I expected. 163 centimeters.
The group that actually went to Tanzania was myself and a telecommunications professor, Jennifer Olson, who went to the village with us. Professor Kurt Dimaj went along to Dar es Salaam. And with us, we took 4 students from electrical and computer engineering. We joined up with 2 students who had also been working with us at long distance from the University of Dar es Salaam. These were both electrical engineering students. And with 2 of their professors, a telecommunications professor and a power systems professor. And so there actually was a group of 10 of us that went to the village, the Lasirwa village, where the Baraka primary school that we worked in is located.
And once we finally got to the village where we were installing the school, the students were just really happy that we were there.
Spent each day and several nights at the school working on putting all of the gear together.
Are you done inside?
No.
I'm going to double click the calculator. That brings up the calculator.
It's hot, extremely hot, it's extremely dusty.
About a year ago, we talked to a company called Lenovo, and they're the people who build the ThinkPad computers. They were interested in working with us on trying to develop a computer system that could be used in remote locations. For example, in an African village where there isn't a power grid, but they still want to provide connectivity to the internet and so forth.
We designed a computer system with a solar power.
Underneath there, we got the wires.
So that it could be deployed off-grid, which the school that we put it on didn't have access to power. It didn't have access to water.
Definitely out of the way, no power grid, no telecommunications infrastructure, off any sort of major road.
And that's another part of engineering, is being able to figure out how to, right, with what you have, how do you make something that's going to do the job?
Crawl under here and install the nuts and bolts so these things don't fall off.
We gave them a rather abstract set of specifications and said, go for it. They designed something, they came along with us, they did most of the implementation work. Okay. And so it's a student-led project to deploy satellite solar-powered internet computers in a rural school.
240 volt power inverter.
The project is to develop a computer system that is cheap so that it can be deployed in third world countries to give students access to the internet and to learning materials. Books are expensive, paper is expensive, pencils are expensive.
And as it turned out, it was an excellent place to do it because people were so excited to have this computer in their classroom.